Hi, Mark with TechWare Labs, and today, as part of our product review, we're going to be doing an unboxing of Be Quiet's DarkRock Pro 3 CPU cooler. If you've never heard of Be Quiet, they are a brand that's very popular over in Germany, and they're starting to make a name for themselves here in the States. The DarkRock Pro 3 is their latest edition, their latest high-end addition to their CPU cooler line. We're going to be doing this unboxing really as part of the review to give you an idea that if you were to purchase one of these coolers, what the out-of-box experience would be as far as what's included, and so on and so forth. So without any delay, we'll go ahead and kind of get into this. I'll tell you, looking at the box itself, the CPU cooler's got to be a pretty good size. So let's get into this box and see what we've got in here. So got some foam. Looks like the easiest way to do this would be just to kind of flip it over. Whoa. Flip it over like so. Set this off on the side. And some more foam. That's an accessory box. So out of the box, I gotta say, in the hands, this is a massive CPU cooler, no doubt about it. You know, when these tower design CPU coolers kind of came out the first go around, they were large to begin with, and over time they've only gotten even more immense in size. This one definitely included in that as far as size goes. So obviously, if you're looking to get a CPU cooler like this, size is going to be a consideration. You know, you need a full tower, a good size mid tower for sure to accommodate a cooler this size. So before you would go to purchase something like this, I would check the dimensions and make sure you've got a case that's going to accommodate this. Dimensionally, at least advertised dimensions, you're looking at 163 millimeters long by 137 millimeters wide by 150 millimeters tall. Converting that into inches, I'm going to use my old school tape measure here. I'm assuming the cooler will be oriented in this fashion to pull air across, and then of course exhaust out the back of the case. You're looking at about 5 3/4 inches deep by about 6.5 inches, 6 5/8 tall, with 5 1/4 inches wide. So that's the dimensions in inches. Again, looking at this cooler, on the front here we've got a 120 mil fan. In the middle we've got a 135 millimeter fan. And Be Quiet actually includes an extra set of these spring-loaded brackets that hold these fans on, that if your case and your setup can accommodate it, you can actually install another 120 mil fan on the back side of this to only increase the airflow in this push-pull configuration across the heat pipes. Which is nice, they include that. These fans themselves happen to sit on rubber channels, which I don't know are going to show up real well because everything's black, but they sit on these rubber channels to isolate any vibrations that these fans would potentially transfer over to the aluminum heatsink itself. So that's nice to see. That's on both the internal and the external, or the exterior fan, those rubber channels. On the top here, this is all brushed dark black aluminum with real black aluminum caps. Nothing plastic on this at all. On the bottom, you can see the plate itself. This is actually a dark nickel with 7 heat pipes that kind of come off this plate. That's quite a bit of heat dissipation potential here with the number of heat pipes that come off that plate. And here is the connector for attaching to your motherboard. Looks like it's got an extension cable here so that you could, if it happens to be close to the socket itself, which most are, you can use a short cable, and if not, long. But that's the cooler itself. I think that's just about everything that there is to look at. Let's peel this back here real quick. Boy, that's a glass finish. That almost looks lapped, to be honest with you. That's nice. Okay, so that's the cooler. Let's see what we get in the accessory box. In the accessory box, looks like there's some instructions here. English and German, of course, which is good, but there's English instructions with how to install it. The accessory bag, here's a universal back plate. There's those extra spring clips I talked about for the fans. Those are included. You've got Intel and AMD top clips to accommodate several different Intel and AMD sockets. You've got included thermal paste. As part of the review, we'll use the included thermal paste because we'll want to review it as it's an entire product. You may opt to use some third-party thermal paste, but again, for the purposes of the review, we'll use the included thermal paste. As far as socket support goes, just about everything that's current is supported. You've got Intel 775, 1150, 1155, 1156, 1366 in 2011. As far as AMD, you got AMD 2, 2 Plus, AMD 3 Plus, FM1, FM2, 754, 939, and 940 as far as socket support. So this will fit just about anything that's out there that's current or has been current. So that's good to see. The one other thing I think I wanted to do that I kind of neglected to do when I had the CPU cooler in my hand, just to give you an idea again with the size. You know, this happens to be an Intel OEM cooler. So if you're coming from an OEM cooler, that's what you can expect. I mean, there's really no different, it's obvious this is a much larger cooler, so we're kind of hoping that the cooling capabilities of this, which is rated at 250 watts TDP, is justified by the size of this. But there's no doubt about it. There's just no comparison between these two coolers. So that was kind of the last thing I wanted to do. But other than that, this is the cooler out of the box. We can't wait to kind of get this installed and see how well it performs. So look forward to the review. But this was the unboxing of Be Quiet Stark Rock Pro 3 CPU cooler. Thanks for listening, guys, and I hope you have a great day.